Nithyananda. I'm a mother of two and I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm here at the ashram in Bidity, and we are going through the eN-Genius program as well as Inner Awakening simultaneously. I was observing both of the programs and the participants. I'm lucky enough to have my daughter enrolled in the eN-Genius program, and I really have been amazed at watching the process, how Swamiji and what it's like for an enlightened master to work with kids directly. It's a beautiful process and it's not to be missed. Specifically yoga, I have to say that I've been observing the kids and how amazingly flexible they are and how available they are to do the things that we as adults have a lot more, we have to spend a lot more time trying to do with flexibility and even with focus. So two things that I think that specifically with the yoga, they have absolutely no space to create a lot of the engrams, or we'll say the conditionings. So they're available to do more with their body than we are. They don't give themselves limitations. And that, I think, actually teaches them in life how limitless it is. That's one thing that I hope that my daughter can take with her, and I'm sure that she will. Also, I think that the health benefits that we get from yoga have to be, multifold with the kids, because they're at a place where they're so healthy to begin with. So whatever is happening within their body during the yoga process is just keeping them healthy. So keeping that health there, the vibrancy of life, and taking that with you through the yoga practice throughout your life, I think is a beautiful benefit. From the older kids, I can see they are so flexible. The ones that have been practicing this yoga for a longer period of time, you can just see it's no longer the mind getting in the way and saying, oh, this is not possible, or just this is not possible. No, anything is possible. I've seen them do such beautiful, third syllabus yoga work that other people I've seen years try to achieve, and these kids are able to do it in days, and they're doing it easily and blissfully and just in an amazing format. And just beyond that, being here, watching them, seeing how they can really radiate what we are trying to achieve, what we are trying to take a little piece of that bliss, and they are just radiating it easily, without any boundaries, without any just limitations. They're just so free. So I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping that we can share this with the world. It should be something shared, and Swamiji is here to bring that to us. So, Nithyananda.
Beautiful. So Ma, I also want to ask you, other than yoga, since you are the parents and your daughter is taking the course, have you seen any changes in on your daughter so far?
I'm gonna give just one little example that sticks out in my head. As I was telling my husband the story, he's not here with us, so I was just telling him on the phone. They were going through, one day they were talking about responsibility and taking up responsibility, and how when one person in a group can take up the responsibility, the rest of the group also gets affected. So if we see that the group as a whole, for instance in their class, isn't necessarily participating or paying attention or being present, all the terms that they're learning in a certain activity, if one person takes up the responsibility and remains present and remains with their attention towards whatever that activity is, the whole group is affected. So we spoke about this after that class, and I said, you know what, tomorrow morning during our morning message with Swamiji, we're going to practice this responsibility. Take up the responsibility. If someone is speaking to you, you don't need to respond. And that's taking up the responsibility as a group and as a whole and as an individual. If you don't respond, she wouldn't have the conversation that the kids would be chattering in the room and distracting the whole. So she practiced this, and I saw it wasn't necessarily easy, but she got the concept, and she was happy after she finished. She said, you know what? Even though it was hard during the process of actually taking up the responsibility, afterwards she saw that there were no distractions. She didn't create that chatter, and she didn't participate, and as a whole, the whole group had to be quieter, because one person taking up the responsibility is worth the whole taking up the responsibility. So I thought that was a beautiful lesson. I saw her participate, I saw her take it up, and I just said, it's amazing. They talk to these kids from 4 to 14 on concepts that we ourselves are learning, and they can take it and apply it in daily life and see it just right away. There's no gap. They take up that lesson, the next day they're practicing it, and they're taking it with them. So that's just one beautiful lesson, but I've seen so many discussions about so many beautiful ways of living conflict-free and just happily and without any of the just the normal negativity that we can produce on our own. We don't really need that much. We can take up a situation and either respond with negativity, or we can take it up and accept whatever's happening and move on and make the best out of it. And they're learning these things, and this is something that I wish I learned when I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14. You know, this was a lesson that it could have saved me many years, and it's just a simple one. And taking it up here in a space where they can practice it in a group with the environment provided here, it's magic. It's just perfect. Swamiji has given us the incubator. Just drop them in, and that's it. That's it. It's just that easy. So I'm excited to have her share this also at home, you know? Share it with me and her friends.
Beautiful. Thank you so much,
Nithyananda.
Nithyananda.